Hey you guys, it's Lauren. Welcome back. So today's video is going to be very fun because we're talking about a ton of skincare. Today we're going to be talking about the best and the worst of my skincare PR. This is, oh man, we have a lot to talk about here today. I have so many awesome products in front of me. Some of these have become like my holy grail skincare items. So grateful for the PR that I've received because there's been so many great ones in the bunch, but of course, where there's the good, there's the bad. There's definitely some flubs here that I'll be talking about. Of course, everybody's skin type is different, so you can't always, a lot of these brands are my favorite brands, but of course you're not going to get along with every single product in the line. But we'll start off this video on a good note and we'll talk about the good products first. The first product is from a brand that, I have to be honest, I'm very surprised that they still send me out PR, but I'm so grateful. I don't always give the most glowing reviews of Pixi products, but I'll tell you what, they have some star products in their line. I just feel like they just need to narrow it down. They have way too many SKUs, but if you really look into it, really research their ingredient list, they have some winners in there, but you just have to look for them. And this is one of them. This is a brand new eye cream from them. This is their retinol eye cream. This has become my new favorite, my new go-to. I get the best smoothing results underneath my eyes with this. Love this stuff. This has some awesome ingredients in here. There's jojoba oil, sunflower seed oil, shea butter, all these great emollients that are really high up on the list. And then of course your retinol is in here as well. We know over-the-counter retinol, of course, it's not going to be as strong as your prescription retinol. The prescription retinol is your true retinoic acid. That is the purest form of a retinoid that's going to be utilized by your skin. The over-the-counter retinols have to be converted down. So it's a nice gentle way to get introduced to these retinols. You're not going to get those peeling, red, irritating side effects that you would if you started right with a prescription retinol. So I think this is a great beginning retinol product for underneath the eyes. It's so smoothing. The best thing about this is, first of all, the consistency is really thick and almost balm-like. I need that in eye cream. If an eye cream is going to work for me, it has to be a thick texture, or else, let's be honest, we could all just throw our moisturizer underneath our eyes, but there's something about this. It's just so like thick and creamy, and it's instantly smoothing. I was most impressed with this the next day when I woke up as compared to the rest of my eye creams. I actually have a video coming up where I'm reviewing, I think I have 5 or 6 eye creams in that video. This video took me a long time. I have before and after pictures. I almost had it ready to go, and then they sent this out. I tried it and I was super impressed with it. The smoothing I get from this is what is most impressive. It seems to almost instantaneous the next day, the little crinkles underneath my eyes that I'm starting to get. Oh gosh, I'll be 36 this year. I cannot even believe it. But this year has been the year of like the skin changes for me. More pigmentation, more lines. So I've been using a lot of different things to target these new issues that I'm having, but this is one product that I've noticed very quick results with. Very excited about this one. Okay, next up, First Aid Beauty. First Aid Beauty is one of my most favorite skincare brands. They have so many awesome winners in their line, and these two have been saviors. So let's first talk about this SPF. I included this in my whole SPF ranking roundup. I think that was a video or 2 back. This is their weightless liquid mineral sunscreen with zinc oxide. This is an SPF of 30. Oh my gosh, this formula is unlike anything I've ever tried. It's super thin and lightweight on the skin, but yet it does the job and you get the most beautiful glow from it. It doesn't have like a glowy, shimmery factor to it, but it just gives a pretty dew to the skin and nice luminosity without your skin looking, you know, like you just threw highlight all over your face. It's just really pretty, a nice healthy glow, and like I said, it feels lightweight. It works well underneath makeup. This is very similar to the Josie Maran tinted SPF. A lot of you that I've recommended it to, I've heard some people say it's a little too heavy, a little bit too oily. If you have more of a normal skin type, maybe try out this one because it's very similar in texture. It's nice and hydrating, but it's not as like oily and slippery as the Josie Maran. It's just such a nice formula. I love how like thin it is. It feels great on the skin. The tint is perfect. It's a perfect neutral tint, not too ashy, not too warm toned, and it's all zinc oxide, so you know you're getting your full broad spectrum protection against those UVA, the aging rays, and also the burning rays. So great sunscreen here. Love this. And then also this oat salve. This really surprised me. This is their oat and hemp multi-fix salve. It's basically just a thick, I don't know, no frills product. It's like what it says, it's a salve. It's this thick ointment that melts into your skin. It's kind of tough to rub in, but it does warm up with the temperature of your skin, and it turns into more of like an oily consistency. But oh my gosh, this is so occlusive and hydrating. It seals in the moisture. I actually even like this if I have any dry patches on my face, even underneath my eyes. Sometimes I'll get extra dry. I'll seal in my eye creams or even just moisturizers with this because it's just so occlusive in nature. I love it. And then another kind of no frills product, when you look at this bottle and you hear about it, doesn't sound too exciting, but wow, this ingredient list and the results you get from this is just amazing. This is from Alpha Skincare. This is their Renewal Body Lotion, a 12% glycolic AHA body lotion. So Alpha Skincare was so nice to send this out. I guess they heard me talking about their Renewal Lotion. I've repurchased that many times. I've raved about that so much. That is another glycolic lotion for the face. I guess you could use it for the body, but it's in a tiny little tube, so you would fly through it if you put that all over your body. They sent me out this, so like, you gotta try this. Everybody raves about this as well. I know I heard Angie from Hot and Flashy talk about this. She actually did before and after pictures, and oh my gosh, the smoothness this gave to her skin was, she does a great job with her before and afters, but super impressed. And yeah, I am also very impressed with this. So the ingredient list is short and sweet, but it's water, petroleum, glycolic acid is third on the ingredient list. So you're getting chemical exfoliation with this body lotion. I feel like that's so hard to find in a body lotion. Like, I don't know, of course that's genius. We all want an anti-aging body lotion, right? So it's great to see that, you know, you're getting that AHA, you're getting the cell turnover from this. This is gonna smooth out your skin. It's not really a luxurious feeling cream. Like, it's kind of thick and a little difficult to spread at first, but once you do, it's almost like the oat salve. Not the same consistency, but just how occlusive it is in nature. It's just really thick and soothing on the skin, and you don't get that tingle like you do with their original, with the Renewal Lotion. It's not as strong. I know a lot of people have said that was a little intense for them. I like the tingle though. I feel like when you feel that tingle, you know it's actually working. But yeah, no tingle with this, but you just get those nice smooth results. Like, this makes your skin like glow and look youthful. So I love this stuff. So thank you to Alpha Skincare, my new go-to body lotion. And then next up is this brand Versed. Every time I see this, I want to say Versed. It's actually sedative that we use in the hospital. It's so funny. Every time I recommend this brand to my friends in the hospital, they're like, "Oh, are you kidding? It's seriously called Versed, like Versed." I'm like, yes, it is. It's an awesome brand, but yeah, it's just funny. Of course, they mean well-versed, not the sedative. But anyway, their products are amazing, and this is one of my go-tos. This is their Baby Cheeks All-in-One Hydrating Milk. This is almost like a toner slash essence. I love this when my skin is feeling just extra dry and parched after I cleanse, and when I just want to pack in some extra moisture. This is fragrance free. It's basically just, it's coconut water, glycerin, there's algae extract in here, so a nice plumper in here. It's just so soothing on the skin, and it like plumps out the skin. It makes the skin just extra bouncy. I love this. It's just that nice extra step for extra hydration. And I love the packaging on this. It has that pump package that you push down for a cotton round. I don't even use a cotton round with this. I'll just squirt a little bit in this disc and just literally pat it right into my skin. And I also like to use this as almost a micellar water, but it's great because it doesn't have those irritating surfactants that a lot of micellar waters can have. So if I have some extra eyeliner or just extra makeup that didn't get off with cleansing, I can use a little bit of that with a cotton round, and it takes off any extra like makeup particles because it has that, not an oily consistency, but it definitely has a slip to it. So yeah, it's great for that as well. But if anything, I just love it for the extra hydration. And Paulas Choice. So Paulas Choice is one of my go-to brands. They've sent me out like a select few items. This has by far been my favorite. Probably this and the BHA toner. That like introduced me to salicylic acid. I never thought I could really use salicylic with the fact that I have dry skin, but oh my gosh, when I have a blemish, that stuff knocks it out. But anyway, I'm talking about the sunscreen today. This is also my SPF roundup. This is their Youth Extending Daily Hydrating Fluid Broad Spectrum SPF of 30. This is great because it's super thin. It's so thin and lightweight. You'll notice it's almost like a runny, almost like a thicker, like milky consistency. It blends into the skin so nicely and seamlessly. It's just like a watery lotion that feels lightweight on the skin. But the thing that impresses me most about this, even though it's thin, it's so hydrating on the skin, and it leaves a nice dew. You're not gonna get any white cast with this either. It's just blends into the skin so nicely. I love this. Antioxidants are in here, soothing plant extracts. Let's see, what do we have exactly? Green tea, so great for brightening. We have oat bran extract. That's gonna be a nice soothing ingredient. It's a chemical sunscreen, but it definitely has that chemical sunscreen smell, but it doesn't have that sting. It's great for if you have sensitive skin and you're not really able to use a lot of chemical sunscreens. This is really nice and gentle. It has that stinky smell, but it's still really gentle. I just love that lightweight feel, and the dew it gives my skin. It works well underneath makeup. And then next up is this hand cream by Ulta MD. So believe it or not, I have yet to try any Ulta MD products. This was sent out to me by, it actually wasn't really PR. Skin Store was actually doing this giveaway for healthcare workers, and so sweet of my friend on Instagram. She's another beauty blogger. I'll link her Instagram handle down below, but she nominated me to get the skincare package, which I thought was the sweetest thing ever. And this was part of it, and I am obsessed with this hand cream. Of course, I'm washing my hands a ton at work and at home, so this has been a savior. But this has so many awesome ingredients in here. There's jojoba esters, there's a ton of ceramides in here. Of course, we know ceramides are the building blocks of our skin. It helps to hold water in. It helps prevent transepidermal water loss in our skin. So it's just great to see in a moisturizing, any moisturizing vehicle, component, whatever you want to call it. I'm watching too much Dr. Dre. She always says vehicle when she talks about formulas. But yeah, this is just a great hand cream. I love this. Let me know if you guys have tried any other Ulta MD products. Of course, I'm dying to try out their sunscreen. I think I have my eye on the clear one. I don't know what exactly it's called, but I heard people just love that formula. But this hand cream is amazing. Yeah, the So Silky hand cream. It's supposed to, it says enhances skin luminosity. I don't know about that, but I just know it makes my skin extra soft, makes them feel like velvet. It's so healing. So yeah, just love this stuff. And then this hydrating mist by You to the People. I cannot get enough of this. Thank you to You to the People for sending this out, because I will never be without this. This is the Adaptogen Soothe and Hydrate Activated Mist. I heard Jamie Page talk about this all the time, and she also has dry skin like I do, so like, oh, I need to get my hands on that. I always have been eyeing it, and then they send this out, and I was so grateful. Love it. It has the most refreshing feel, and it stays with you. You know how a lot of mists, you spray them on and you feel like you need to spritz like an hour or two later? This lingers. I feel like I don't need to use it all day, but I do because I just like the feel of it. But you don't really have to, because it leaves that like silky feel to your skin. And oh my gosh, it's so just refreshing. There's no fragrance to it, but it almost smells like, here, actually, I'll put it on now. You can apply this over makeup too, because the mist is really fine. And I like it because if you have a lot of powder on, it just kind of helps melt everything together while not melting your makeup off your face. It just gives an extra burst of hydration. But it smells like a little medicinal, almost like a sterile smell. Like it smells like our clean utility room at work, as weird as that sounds, but a nice smell in a way. Like it smells clean without the fragrance. So I love it. Wow. And the ingredient list is stellar. Awesome things in here. Propandiol, there's aloe, there's also a peptide in here. So peptide's gonna help your peptides are gonna help plump out the skin. Then we have the reishi mushroom. Reishi mushrooms are supposed to be, there's not a ton of evidence on them, but if anything, they're supposed to act as an antioxidant, really soothing, anti-inflammatory action for the skin. That is great to see. Also glycerin, and then, oh, there's lactic acid in here. So it's, the lactic acid though is way down the ingredient list. If anything, it's probably in here just to act as more of a preservative agent, more of a buffer. But yeah, still some great things. Alcohol-free, fragrance-free, essential oil-free. I love this stuff. I love, they sell the mini, and then also, of course, the larger bottle. I always carry the mini in my purse, especially to work. It has been a savior, especially underneath my mask at work. My skin has been freaking out. I don't know about you guys, but it's like dry around my mask area, but then my forehead has been producing like extra oil and sebum. I don't know, it's just freaking out. It doesn't know what to do, but that has been a savior. Love that stuff. And then I have a new favorite cleanser by Derma E. This is their Skin De-Stress Calming CBD Cleanser. So they have this whole new CBD line, and we know CBD is huge in skincare right now. There's still not a ton of proven evidence as far as the cosmetic industry, as far as skin changing results on your skin, but it may have some anti-inflammatory effects. So this is it's such a nice gentle cleanser on the skin, non-irritating, non-stripping. It doesn't foam at all, which I actually really enjoy. The one thing about that though, I definitely feel like when I use this, I have to double cleanse, or at least just use something around my eyes to get off any extra makeup. But these days I'm not really wearing a lot of makeup, just some sunscreen throughout the day. And with just my sunscreen, it does the job. It washes off completely fine. But yeah, extra heavy makeup, probably not going to do the trick, but if anything, I just love that this is non-stripping and it's so gentle on the skin. Oh my gosh, it almost feels like you're putting on a thin moisturizer on your skin that you're just washing right off. And your skin has that clean feeling, but not the tight feeling at the same time. This stuff is great. All right, and then two more of my favorite products to talk about. This Bite Agave Intensive Lip Mask. Oh my gosh. First of all, when I found out that I was going to start receiving Bite Beauty PR, I could not have been more excited. When I first discovered Sephora, I would spend hours at that Bite Beauty end cap just swatching those Amuse Beauty lipsticks all day. I love them so much. Now I can't really get into Sephora so much, obviously with everything that's going on, but yeah, you can't really bring a 1-year-old and a 4-year-old into Sephora. It just will not go well. But when I had the time to go into Sephora and swatch lipsticks, I just had such a ball with their line. Their Agave lip mask, this is the most healing lip mask I've ever found. I was most impressed with this. Me and my husband had a date night, of course, a long time ago in the winter time. We went into the city, we're walking around the city, and it was like a windy, cold night. I remember that night I had the most red, irritated lips. They were peely, they were chapped. The next morning I woke up, they were pillowy soft. You would have never known that I was just out in the frigid cold the night before. Really super healing. I love this stuff. It's so great. And then this Glow Screen by Supergoop. Oh my gosh, my most favorite glowy radiant SPF out there. Love this. This is an SPF of 40, broad spectrum. This gives glowing skin. If you're not a fan of the shimmer, you might not like this, but I found that I can tone this down and I just love how my skin looks with this on. So my whole process now, I put this on all over my face and I notice it's super glowy in my like forehead region, and then obviously on my nose. I don't need anything more to highlight my Italian nose. So I actually end up just kind of powdering my T-zone after I put this on, and oh my gosh, I love the result. It just makes your skin look glowy and healthy and radiant. It's shimmery, but in a healthy, like gorgeous, like, it's so pretty. I love this stuff. It works well underneath makeup on its own. On its own, it gives like, you know, that highlighting effect. So it almost like lifts your cheeks. It's just such a flattering SPF. I love the Glow Screen. And then ingredient wise with this, it has niacinamide in here. It's kind of cool to see niacinamide in sunscreens. It's not high up on the list. I don't know how much of the anti-wrinkle effect you're going to get from niacinamide. Niacinamide really has to be up at high concentrations for it to have that smoothing effect. But niacinamide can also act as almost like it decreases your sebum production as well. So those of you that with oily skin that may feel like with sunscreen your skin gets extra greasy, this kind of counteracts that. But I have dry skin and this feels hydrating, but not too hydrating. It's not that greasy feel, but it just moisturizes the skin in the most perfect way. This formula is on point. I love it. Okay, so that brings us to the end of my favorites from the skincare PR that I've received. Let's get on to the not so great products. So the first one I wanted to talk about is this peeling mask by Saturday Skin. I think I got this through Octoly. But oh gosh, this is supposed to be a refining peeling gel. It's not really a gel mask, but you use it as an exfoliating scrub, and it has such a high concentration of alcohol in here, and not the good alcohol, the drying alcohol. I think there's denatured alcohol in here, and it smells like straight rubbing alcohol. It stings right as soon as you apply it, and I don't think it's because of the exfoliators in here. I think it's more because of the alcohol. Super drying, so irritating on the skin. Not a favorite of this. Just no-go, way too drying on the skin. All right, and then next up, let's talk about this hydrating night cream from Derma E. I was so excited about this because it sounded so promising. Hydrating night cream, it has hyaluronic acid in here, green tea. There is fragrance in here. That was like the one like downfall, but I'm like, all right, I'll give it a try. But oh my gosh, the fragrance is so strong. It lingers. It's not a pleasant smell. It smells like something that I wore in high school that I think I returned the perfume like right away. We had, I don't know about you guys, but body splashes were huge in high school. Like all my friends had, on all our bureaus, we had about like 10 different body splashes from Victoria's Secret. And this smells like one of them. I can't really pinpoint which one, but I know it wasn't a favorite of mine, whichever one it was. But more importantly than the fragrance, this just leaves my skin dry and powdery feeling. It's the strangest thing. When you first apply it, it feels like it's gonna be nice and moisturizing, but it dries down to this like flaky, pilly, powdery feel. gel, and it just feels heavy and sticky on the skin. I'm just not a fan of this moisturizer by Derma E. I'm very excited to try their CBD moisturizer that came out with that cleansing, the CBD line, because I love that cleanser so much. I'm getting through my Verse moisturizer. Once I'm done that, I'll definitely try the CBD moisturizer and keep you guys posted on that, because that one is fragrance free, so very excited to try that one. But yeah, that hydrating moisturizer, it sounded promising, but just, yeah, no go. And then next up is this cleanser by Pixi. This is their Glow Tonic Cleansing Gel. Another one I was so excited about because I love their Glow Tonic. That was probably one of the first AHA products I've used. It has glycolic acid in there, and you get the most glowing results from that stuff. I love that stuff. I used to use that stuff religiously. So when I heard that this has the glycolic in here, I'm like, oh, it's Glow Tonic, you know, same name, and hopefully it gives those promising glowing results. This formula is so bad. So it's a gel consistency and it doesn't lather up really. That's not really my problem with it. The problem is it doesn't really emulsify and break down the oils on your face. It just slides right off. Like, it's so strange. It has the strangest consistency to it. It has that gel, but the gel doesn't adhere to your skin as you're cleansing. It's very strange. It doesn't cleanse the skin well. I don't get that like tingling feeling that I would want from a glycolic cleanser. And actually, I think when I did my Pixie review, I actually missed the fact that this had glycolic in here. I'm like kind of embarrassed that video. I'm like reading the ingredients. I'm like, oh, there's no glycolic in here. It definitely has glycolic, but it's just further down on the list. I just completely missed it. Oh yeah, it's like kind of in the middle, way far down there. But yeah, there's a ton of fragrance in here. I'm not against fragrance in cleansers because you're obviously just washing it right off. That doesn't really bother me. It's just the fact that this formula wasn't great and it didn't cleanse the skin. Okay, and then this Tula Skincare Glow and Get It Cooling Brightening Eye Balm. So this is just the strangest product. It has this bluish tint to it, so it's supposed to be this depuffer for underneath your eyes. I was excited about this because I'm like, okay, cool, it's a blue tint. It's gonna hopefully brighten up my under eye. But I find like little chunks of the blue shimmer like in my crevices underneath my eyes. So if you have any crinkly lines, it's just not great for that because it settles into those lines and you can actually see those blue shimmery flecks. Not the most flattering product, and the cooling sensation doesn't stick around. It kind of goes away right away. Man, I was excited because it has the, you know, a nice applicator to it. I like to just like real quick with my eye creams, my eye balms, but it just didn't give that depuffing action that I hoped for. And if anything, I just didn't like that the blue formula just stuck into my fine lines. So yeah, this definitely not a favorite of mine. Okay, and then we have this Volition Turmeric Brightening Polish. So Volition is a brand at Sephora. I love their SPF. The Prismatic SPF is one of the most gorgeous, like glowing SPFs. It has a nice pinky tint to it. That was also in my SPF video. Love that stuff. This brightening polish, not so much. So this is supposed to be for the face and body. And it is, I have to tell you, way too harsh for the face. This has walnut shell powder in here, and it's one thing if it's like finely ground down. Even then though, you don't know if you're getting those tiny micro abrasions that you're not seeing, but they're still causing inflammation. And inflammation, guys, equals pigmentation. So you really want to be careful with any of these physical exfoliants. I myself, I have to admit, I'm not completely opposed to a physical exfoliant. A lot of these exfoliating products have these jojoba beads and they almost dissolve right on contact with your skin, so they're great, but these walnut shell powders, oh gosh, just not the best. This is super rough. I would not use this on my face. I've used it for like the rough patches like on my elbows, my knees, and that is what it's in my shower for, but I will not put that anywhere near my face. Just way too harsh. And then this product by Frank Body. This brand is at Ulta, so this is their glow mask. Their whole line is based upon the ingredient coffee, actually. So they have a lot of exfoliating products with coffee shell. They have their lip scrubs have coffee shells in them, and actually their lip scrub I really like. But this glow mask, I could not wash this off my face. It's supposed to be, so it's mainly composed of, there's coconut oil in here and shea butter, soybean oil. So it's a really nice like oily mask. It feels good when you put it on the skin, but you have to like rub and rub and rub, and it just takes forever to wash this off. And then it almost defeats the purpose because you're like cleansing, you're putting so much water on your face to wash it off. Are you even really left with any of these like hydrating benefits with this? I don't know, I highly doubt it. It took too much effort to get this off, so yeah, not a fan of this. And then last but not least, this is by First Aid Beauty. This is their Ultra Repair Berry Air Cream. This was new to their line, I want to say a year ago. This has the strangest texture. See how it has like, it's almost like a foamy consistency. Kind of odd. When I first opened it, I'm like, okay, this could be cool. But when you actually rub it into your skin, there's like no consistency to it. And it kind of almost like dissipates, but then you're left with these like flaky peely areas, and you like wipe off the flakes and then you have no moisturizer left behind. It's just not the best, especially if you have dry skin, because you don't have any layer of occlusiveness whatsoever, which is what you need with a moisturizer. And I don't know, so this is fragrance free, but for some reason I get a tingle and a sting from this. I don't know if there's some chemical in here that is required for this like airy texture, because it has these like airy bubbles in it. I'm sure it needs to have some kind of chemical reaction for it to maintain those, I don't know, that like cloud-like feel. But yeah, it kind of stings the skin. It doesn't sit well underneath makeup. It's super flaky. It does not moisturize my skin. Big fail for me for the barrier cream. All right, so that brings us to the end of the best and the worst of the skincare product PR that I've received. It's really fun. I love talking skincare. I know I've had a lot of skincare videos. Makeup will definitely be coming as soon as there's a release I'm excited about. I don't know about you guys, but I've been completely underwhelmed with these makeup releases, and I'm just not really buying makeup these days. I'm obviously not wearing makeup like I was, and yeah, I'm just more excited about skincare these days. So I hope you guys don't mind. Let me know what you guys want to see from my channel. Let me know what future topics you want to see. More skincare, more makeup, more best and worst videos. I'd love to know. I know I told you guys I have that eye cream video coming, so look for that to come. But yeah, this was super fun. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I also hope you guys are all safe and healthy. Very exciting. Our numbers are getting better in Philadelphia. So last week we were at 40%. This week our percent of positive COVID cases are down to 20%. So things are getting better, but please just do not let your guard down. Still be extra careful. Stay home if you can, and yeah, just stay safe. The hospital, I know I've been giving you guys hospital updates. It's still quiet in the pediatric population. We still have some scary stories. Obviously, I can't get into specifics, but, and then my friends that work in the adult population, even scarier stories. People that were healthy, they don't have any other comorbidities, and they obtain COVID, and it's just, it's a horrible, horrible virus that we just have to be really careful with. Continue to wash our hands, listen to your local health officials. But yeah, hopefully we can get back to our new normal lives. I don't know how soon, unfortunately. It still sounds like it's gonna be pretty strict, especially this summer. Jersey Shore is like our go-to vacation spot. We're still gonna go on vacation this summer as long as the stay-at-home order is lifted at the end of May. Hopefully that sounds like it's still gonna be the case, but they're gonna have a limited capacity on the beach, it sounds like. There's still a lot of unanswered questions, so we'll see how this plays out. But yeah, I hope you guys are all safe and healthy, and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what products from this video that you've tried, that you want to try. Just let me know. I love talking skincare with you guys. I love talking products with you guys. I love talking to you guys, period. So yeah, leave your comments down below, and thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys.